I'm Marley.
What are you making?
Tiramisu. What date is it? I have no idea. So you gotta make sure the coffee's very strong, because when you mix it with the mascarpone, cream and sugar, it will lose its flavour. So you need it, and it'll just taste watery. So you need that really kind of strong coffee taste for it to bite through. Okay, so once you've got your really strong coffee, you want to pour it in a shallow dish. I just use this Tupperware. It works. Oh, whoops. And then you want to pour in your alcohol, so you could use kind of any sort of liqueur that's sweetish. That's good. And you want to pour it in so you can just kind of faintly taste it. If you pour in it so you can actually taste it, it'll be too boozy when you drink it, when you eat it, the tiramisu. That should be good. And now we're going to start making your filling for the tiramisu. So you want to take 4 egg yolks and 1/4 of a cup of sugar and mix those together with an electric beater until they're about tripled in volume. So we've got it's very pale, it's about tripled in volume, and so we're going to scrape that out and start mixing the cream and sugar next. So scrape that out, and now we're going to do the cream. I like to use 3/4 of a cup of cream. And I like to use really thick cream, so it means that when you've got the tiramisu and you're taking it out at night, it stays nice and thick together. So we'll pour that in. 1/4 cup of sugar. And then we'll bring that to medium peaks. And that's good. So we brought that to about medium peaks. And we're going to add that egg mixture that we made before. And add that back in. Scrape it all in. And then we're just going to gently combine it. So it's just mixed up. Now that that's done, we can add in our last ingredient, which is the mascarpone. Usually 1 tub like this, which is, how big is this? 250 grams, should be good. And you just chuck that all in there. Chuck that all in there, this time using a spoon. And then once it's all added in, just mix it up gently to fully combine. And that's good. Now we have to prep the base. So to start prepping the tin now for the tiramisu and to start assembling it, we're going to first take unsweetened cocoa powder and sift that in a layer over the bottom. So I'll just chuck that in and get a thin layer over the base of the tin, making sure it's nice and even.
I was told before the size of this thing could be as big as you like and as small as you like, because you don't have to put it in the oven.
Yeah, so the current one that we're using right now is just kind of the right size for the amount of ingredients we're using, but you can double, triple, even quadruple the recipe if you've got enough ingredients. You want to take your lady fingers. Here I'm using about 2 packets of 12, so that's 24 total. And we're going to take these and you can see that they've got both a rounded side with sugar on top and a side with nothing else. And so when we place these in here, we're going to have them with the round side up. So we dip them in the coffee, just in and out. Don't need to spend it too long. And then place them along. I'm going to do that all the way along until we've got a full layer. So now you've got your first layer of lady's fingers that have been dipped in with the rounded side up. I'm going to take about half our mixture and place it down on top. Just scraping it out. Once you've got half on there, I'm going to spread it out. You can use a spatula for this as well. And kind of, as you're spreading it, just push down a little bit to really get it in between all the cracks. It's going to help it absorb when we leave it overnight. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it can be a little bit bumpy, just as long as it's mostly even. There we go. Now we've got this layer of our mixture in. We're going to do the same process as the first one. So we're just going to take our lady's fingers, dip them in the coffee, again with the rounded side up, and push those in. I like to put them crisscross so that when you cut down into it, you have pieces going each way. I think it's that way. So now we've got our second layer. We can see that some of them didn't quite fit in there, so we just had to snap those off to get a complete layer. And now we'll take our last little bit of mixture and scrape that out over the top. And spread it, pushing down slightly to get it in between all the lady's fingers. So now we've pushed that layer down, smoothed it all out. The last step is to take that cocoa powder that we used to make that bottom layer, and just do that over the top again to create a nice, even layer. And so we're not using sweetened cocoa powder here because there's enough sugar in it already. Got our finished tiramisu. The great thing about it is there's no baking, you just assemble it, it takes 20 minutes, and you just cover it. Luckily we've got this cover here, and we chuck it in the fridge overnight.
The next day.